2 at 4, neighbors say they called 911 for an emergency, but the ambulance got turned around.
Asked them, why did it take you guys so long to get here? And they said, we got lost.
The GPS problem causing safety concerns.
Oh, wait.
You now knew at 4 o'clock, a Cherokee County man says his life was on the line last week, but the paramedics could not find his house because it's not on a map yet. Channel 2's Barron Peterson is along Laurel Overlook in Canton, where he talked to several really frustrated homeowners.
I put in the address on my smartphone and nothing. And residents say if an ambulance can't find you, that's dangerous. In his 73 years, Fred Ailey has seen his share of close calls. But what he went through last Friday may have been the worst.
I'm laying on my couch, and my wife believes I've had a stroke. I have all the symptoms. I'm just wondering, why is it taking so long?
Fred says his wife called Cherokee County 911 twice.
I asked them, why did it take you guys so long to get here? And they said, we got lost.
Fred doesn't blame EMS or the paramedics. He says his address on Windy Ridge Lane in Canton isn't on any map app. Neighbors say they witnessed the confusion.
We saw the fire truck come in, but then we saw an ambulance leave, and a couple minutes later, another ambulance come in. So I said, ooh, somebody must have gotten lost and they didn't know where they were going.
Ailey says a number of streets in his development, which is still under construction, can be very difficult for emergency responders to find. He says a street that used to connect into his, the route a GPS sends you on to find his house, is now a cul-de-sac. And Fred says since his is a senior living community, that's dangerous.
At our age, in those conditions, we need pretty quick response, and because time is life.
Folks living on this cul-de-sac say every day drivers come down here thinking that this road is a cut-through. Obviously, you can see it is not, but the map apps on their smartphones show that it is. Dave Houston says it's an accident waiting to happen, and the consequences could be deadly.
I think if we had an incident, as we just did, where one person could have perished.
Houston lives on a cul-de-sac along Laurel Canyon Trail in the city of Canton. But this street used to go all the way through. And he says traffic, including emergency vehicles, is still trying to get through because smartphone apps are sending them here. It's a problem Fred Ailey says could have cost him his life. Last week, he and his wife were at home when Fred suffered a stroke.
And she called 911 again, a second time, and asking, where are they?
Fred says paramedics were trying to get to his place on Windy Ridge Lane, but Ailey says that address is not in any of the map apps. Same problem with a handful of streets in this Cherokee County community. This situation has been dragging on for months and believes city and county officials need to do something to fix it.
As a function of a 911 call gone bad because an emergency vehicle can't find them, it's gone on long enough.
Reached out to the county's EMS director and the managers of this community, and so far no response. We're live in Cherokee County. Barron Peterson, Channel 2 Action News.